What's up, and welcome to another video of AGX Comics. Back here to talk about the wrap up of Marvel's Ultimate Invasion for 2023, and kind of want to go over that, and then what's going to be coming from it. Right? We've all seen the big news, if not that there's going to the Ultimate Spider-Man series is going to be having Peter reunited with Mary Jane again, and everyone who's a diehard Spider-Man fan is freaking out about it, which is good. It's a good thing because it brings the curiosity of like seeing like they have the family and everything. But what I'm gonna do right now is basically kind of wrap it up. I know I didn't post a 3 and a 4 read and review. That's because I kind of stopped doing the read and reviews and more just kind of doing reviews and just generalizing and kind of talking about it. Um, by the way, if my voice sounds better in this video, it's because I'm actually recording off my microphone and not, like I've been recording off like headphones and stuff like that for the longest time because there was stuff going on with my laptop. I couldn't get enough videos out. But now we're back to basic, and hopefully going forward, we're going to continue on like just uploading constant content. God, that's a tongue twister in itself. But anyway, so as I was saying, right, Marvel Ultimate Invasion. So how did this thing end, right? What was the big thing that came from it? Um, Obviously, the end of the actual series wraps up with seeing, um, Iron Lad and Reed discovering the frozen body of Captain America with a letter written by Howard overlaid above saying or reading that he has grown tired of this world and tells Tony that it's never too late for him to change the world. You just have to fight and you just have to win. So it's kind of leaving off on a note. We have different scenarios going on here. Obviously, we have the machine that was I can't think of the name of the machine. The Immortus engine, right? Immortus, yeah, I believe that's what it's called. So you have the Immortus engine basically directing everything, right? Like basically them hopping world to world. Reed doesn't understand the science behind it, but it took Iron Lad, quote unquote, or Tony or not Tony, Tony's father Howard to recreate the engine to help kind of save Reed because Reed's kind of was like stuck. So it was really interesting that they were saying, hey, there was no they're as they were building it, I believe it was number 3 before Kang shows up. Um, we basically have them there, and they're saying like, as far as like they don't know how much time has passed in this loop of this like the actual bubble that they're in. However, what makes this really interesting is the fact that there is obviously there's a city that has been built that's trapped our characters, right, our heroes, right, like the Hulk and so forth, and they're all trapped in this city, and I believe 10,000 years has passed, so it's kind of like way out there, and like I think that's where I'm gonna get in. So that's basically how it ends, right? That's how Ultimate Invasion ends. And now I'm going to talk a little bit more about my opinions on it because I feel definitely a certain type of way about this, and we'll get into that right now. So for the actual event that has happened here, right? This is basically again, this was to reboot the Ultimate universe, and they're coming out with a bunch of lines of different books that are going to be ongoing. I know there's going to be a Miles one. I think that there's going to be a Spider-Man one, like I said earlier on. That's going to be the big one, right? That everyone's going to latch onto because that's the how do you say the like the one that the fans are like, yes, Mary Jane and Peter are back together and they have their like family. Um, and I believe there's going to be the ultimate. I forgot what it's called though. I'm going to have to go back into it. But with multiple ones opening up, my thing is I'm not going to read every single one of them. I'm not because the introduction. Now I wasn't around in the early 2000s to read Ultimate Invasion. At some point, I'll probably get trades of it. Definitely interested because that's where Miles came from and everything. So I'm definitely curious about it. And everyone either loves it or I don't hear about it. You know what I mean? So that being said, I'm like, I don't know with how many books that are going to be coming out for this. where's the price point going to be? Because Marvel has been screwing us with price pretty bad. Like it's been egregious. Like the amount of garbage that's not. I don't want to say garbage because every author, every artist has their own take, right? Every writer. However, though, a lot of these books are not $10, not $8, and I think everyone could agree with that. Like that's ridiculous. But I believe that number one was 10. I believe the final issue of this was like 8 or 6, and I'm like, damn, dude. Like, I mean, I'm fine with buying it because obviously I want to continue like reading it and whatever. But I'm like, I don't necessarily want to pick up like a lot into the series if I'm not gonna like it because Ultimate Invasion was kind of like, like it really was like it was an introduction on like how this universe like is gonna look, which was cool. I like the differences in the characters than obviously our standard characters, such as like Hulk and Iron Man, so forth. The story is interesting itself, having evil Reed Richards, and King was like really cool at the end there. I'm like, I don't know if it's really worth as much as it is, but in like how this is like all breaking down, I'm just curious as to like if the ongoing is going to be worth it. To be honest with you, I'm going to stick it out for the first few issues. I don't think I'm going to be covering it too much on my channel. I'm trying to think of a way to maybe do little updates. I want to do that with Dawn of DC too. I know that's a different video for a different time, but my mind goes from here to here to here, especially when talking about comics because I love them. So I kind of pulled up here the 4 different ongoings that's going to happen. So are we going to get one per week, which is crazy, right? But depending on the price point, well, it looks like we got Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Universe, which is just kind of I believe the ongoing, and then the Ultimate X-Men. So it's like 4 books. I mean, yeah, I'll give it a chance, but I mean, by the end of the month, I'm gonna know if I'm gonna want to continue reading it. That's for sure. Because right now I was like, it was kind of not painful to get through. I was curious on how it ended, but as far as a event, I would say it was pretty weak. Um, I don't know. That being said, there was really just like the jumping on point for new readers at a ridiculously high price point, and now we get these books. So that's how I'm going to be going forward. I'm going to try the first month of these books, and if they're not for me, I'm just going to drop them. I don't know how much content I'll be covering. Maybe if they come across and they're awesome, then hell yeah, we'll roll with it. But as for now, that's kind of how I felt about it. So let me know down in the comment section below how you felt about it. Were you guys feeling this Ultimate Invasion reboot? Um, how are you if you were fans before, or you're not fans now, or you didn't like it before and now jumping into it? Let me know. And what do you think about how expensive that series was, that 4 issue series was? Because I think it's a little ridiculous myself. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and please like and subscribe below.